Hey Scorpio Seeker, welcome back to the Existential Shift. Happy to have you. If you're new, my name is Morgane and this is my realm and kitchen. Okay, I'll be working with the Rider-Waite Tarot and let's see what's up for you for the month of March. I picked up on a message for you when you love any type of love, right? Not just romantic love. But when you love and for whatever reason, true or not true, you feel that it's not reciprocated or it's not returned, the way you translate, the way you change into expressing your love is with anger. Sometimes, not all of you, but keep that in mind because there are people out there who you care about and you love that think you are very mad at them or possibly even that you really dislike them. Okay, you may not perceive it like that because you're not aware of how it appears. You're just aware of your intent, and your intent is I love and I'm hurt, right? But the way it comes across isn't always as if you are loving but hurt as much as you just can't stand the sight of them. Now, this is not judgment. This is not to say if it's legitimate or not. This is not to say if there are, valid reasons or not. It's just to tell you how it could be perceived. So keep that in mind. It might be relevant for some of you in a specific case with someone you genuinely care about in the world right now, and they think you can't stand them. Just so you know. Okay. Guidance for Scorpio for March, please. Uranus being in Taurus causes, on the surface, changes for Taurus, but low-key, beneath the surface, turmoil and changes for you. You are transforming and changing, yes, even more than usual as a Scorpio, on the inside. Your way of perceiving the world is shifting and changing. And you are constantly guided to respond differently than what you're used to responding. For those of you who are lighthearted about it and enjoy it and kind of take this in with gratitude, it can be fun. It can be really, really entertaining almost to witness yourself changing and growing and getting to know yourself from a different perspective that isn't from outside of you, but is developing from inside of you, right? But for those of you that resist it, it could be painful. So it's up to you how you go about it. You can either get really, really confused, the moon card in the bottom of the deck, and take it as to a place of scarcity and lack, and like there's something wrong with you and there's something wrong with your life and you're cursed and all that jazz. Or you can take it to a place that is constructive, productive, that builds another layer of character. It's completely up to you. Both paths are available for you to undergo. Okay. Scorpio. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Yes, it's coming. The money is yours. The money is attainable. The money is on the way. Currently, you're feeling like it's not, or you're worried that it's not enough. You are possibly thinking, okay, I'm getting an Ace of Pentacles, but I have 7 financial avenues in which I need to invest that pentacle or put that pentacle into. Which one do I choose? You don't need to choose. This Ace of Pentacles isn't one pentacle to match one need. It's actually a seed that will grow a bush or a tree that will create many fruits, aka many pentacles. So what you're receiving now is an opportunity to make a lot more. It's not singular, meaning small, but rather wholesome and accurate, meaning it will encompass all your needs and wants possibly. Okay? So we're starting off with a financial ease. That's good. Show me more. High Priestess. There is a level of unknown and mystery surrounding you. Even with yourself, connecting to the message in the beginning where you're really learning to get to know yourself in other avenues and aspects. And you're like, oh my God, how many more layers do I have to find in myself, or I'm yet to discover? Oh, first of all, infinite. You're a Scorpio. Layer under layer under layer. Enjoy the journey of peeling yourself off and the process of discovery, right? There's something very, very expansive about this energy. Like it feels right now as if it's contracting, right? But remember how the universe operates. Contract, expand. Contract, expand. Contract, expand. The contraction that you're feeling right now, that might be a little bit strenuous and stressful, it's right before the atom is going to explode, right? It's the second time I'm mentioning E equals MC squared for this month's reading. I mentioned it on the Virgo reading for March, okay? But E equals MC squared is the equation from which we developed the atom bomb, unfortunately, but it's also the equation, the same equation that explains the Big Bang, how life in the universe evolved, okay? Contract, contract, contract. Things are becoming condensed to a level of they can no longer, there's no more closer than that. So they are inevitably have to reverse their magnetic pole and just repel one another. So then there's expansion, right? The atom is so condensed with the protons and neutrons within its nuclear. It's almost about to burst, and then its burst doesn't make its particles disappear or go anywhere. It just makes them expand everywhere. Thus, bigger mass. Okay, I'm sorry for going all geeky with you guys, but that's how planets created, and that's how the atom bomb explodes. The atom bomb originally is invisible, tiny, and it creates enormous destruction or enormous creation, which is very much symbolic to you, Scorpio. You can be very, very creative, create great, great big things, the life force in you, but you can also be very destructive, massively destroy and kill, so-called. Okay, you carry within you the attunement of all the extremes of the life and death, right? Opposing you is Taurus, the life, but it's also inside of you. There's nothing that is actually outside of us. So if it's super far away from us, it's because it's super inside of us, and we can't really see that which is underneath our nose, so we perceive it as invisible, so we perceive it as infinitely distant. But no, all your aspects are right underneath your nose. They're super close to you. All the particles of the atom are inside of you, and you can either expand to creation or expand to destruction, and it depends on how you view and how you perceive what's going on in your life right now. Is it a blessing or a curse? It could be both. You decide. Are you a grand creator or are you a grand destroyer? And this is what the High Priestess is here asking you. Which one of the polarities do you choose to play out? Because she stands in the gateway between life and the kingdom of the dead, the underworld. She rules both. 6 months of the year she's in the underworld with Hades ruling the underworld, and then 6 months she goes back to the kingdom of the living with her mother Demeter for life and birth. You are that symbolism, that archetype. Which 6 months are you heading towards right now, Scorpio? Life or death? It's symbolic. You have the wisdom for both. What will determine is your attitude. I'm picking up on a question. Boaz Joachim. That's the initial of the B and the J. Show me more, please, for Scorpio. There's a portal here with the Ace of Pentacles. You are given an opportunity to cross a portal to a complete different life form. Some of you. Some of you are about to like cross that, break that glass ceiling, go through the bridge between frequencies and really, really expand. Don't lose yourself in the fear, because it is scary. It is scary physically, emotionally. It's strenuous. It puts a lot of pressure on your system. You're transforming. Think of the caterpillar when it goes into its cocoon before it becomes a butterfly. It doesn't grow wings on itself. It first dissolves into its molecular structure. It's like this gooey molecular pool inside that cocoon. It's painful. Don't be mistaken. That caterpillar goes through an immense amount of pain as it dissolves, melts down. Think of yourself melting down right now to a puddle. It's super painful. And then reconstructing, the molecules just move around and reshape themselves. It's the embodiment of the wonder of creation. A butterfly is literally an atom bomb and, the Big Bang. You're that caterpillar butterfly. So if you're feeling right now intense amount of pain and fear and worrisome, just think about that. Show me more for Scorpio for March. This is what I just described. It's just a reflection of what I just said. 9 of Swords and the Moon. Some of you are literally grieving and carrying the pain of missing a loved one. And this is not me being here and telling you, oh, you need to be happy about it. No, it's painful. It's brutal. I'm not telling you how to feel. I would never, ever patronize you like that. Find strength. They would want you to be happy. Don't talk to a Scorpio like that, please. You feel what you feel, Scorp. You've earned it. If you genuinely miss someone you love, I'm sorry, and that's all I have to say. It hurts, I know. There is a lot of magic to be found there with the pain, because pain is energy, and a lot of pain is a lot of energy that you can transmute into power and into knowledge. Not to say it's not as hurtful, not to say it's not as difficult, but you can at the very least, become very powerful from it. 4 of Swords. So rest and feel and Be judged by none. Two of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Three of Cups. And that will open the portal for opportunities for true joy and true celebration and true liberation. It will come from the heart because it will be true, because you didn't try to fake create it based on forcing yourself not to feel something you truly feel. You go into how you truly feel. And that portal of truth leads you to the other aspects of the human condition, which includes true joy and true happiness and true hope. The only way out is in. I say it all the time. The only way out of the pain is through the pain. Because pain is a part of the human condition. I'm not saying we need to like it. I'm not saying necessarily that it's okay. You know, the spiritual government up there might need to be voted, you know, to reconsider the system. But currently, this is how the matrix works. This is how the Newtonian laws of physics operate, and we are within them. I'm not saying if it's okay or not. I'm not saying if it's legitimate or not. I'm not even saying you need to appreciate God for it. Appreciate the perfection that God created. You are allowed to be angry that that's the system. It's an annoying system. But if you're already within the system, you may as well win. So let yourself go there. So it will allow you to leave. The only way out of the underworld is through the underworld. No one else knows it better than you. Well, maybe Taurus. Taurus, yeah. These are all the invitations that will start coming in from people that love you, that care about you, that miss you throughout the month of March. And you will feel inclined to accept the invitations because you're already like bored from being in bed so long or from being sad so much. How do you make yourself not want something? Overdo it. When you resist something, it persists. When you want something but you prevent yourself of it, you only want it more. So if you prevent yourself from feeling the pain or from grief or from being upset, you're only drawn to it more. And then if you have opportunities for joy and relaxation, you're staying in the middle. No, I can't feel pain, but no, I'm not. I'm drawn, so I can't go there. But if you just go there, it just, it quiets down. You give your system what it wants. So it's at ease. So when the opportunity and the invitation comes, it's just easy. It's just easy. I'm drinking tea. Yesterday for Aries, I also drank tea and it was super hot. So I did, with the sound that you make when you're drinking something hot. And one of my viewers had an issue with it. I'm not even referring to them as a secret because that's not a secret, that's a numbnut. Okay, so they had an issue with it and they wrote down that, it makes them feel uncomfortable that I drink loudly. And I'm going to take my own freaking advice about it. The advice that I'm giving you. I'm just going to own up to what makes me happy, which is drinking aloud hot tea. Why? Because this is my kitchen, my channel, my reading and wisdom that I give forth. If this benefits you and you enjoy it, you're more than welcome. If it doesn't, you are free to not attend. But don't tell me what to do in my channel, in my kitchen, with my tea, and with my lips. This makes me feel awesome. And no judgment in the world will make me stop enjoying this life. I'm not scared of you or your opinions. I could not care less. That's how free I am. That's how free I am. And if you take it personally and make it about yourself, it has nothing to do with me. And everything to do with how incarcerated you are. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to reach out to grab you there. I'm too busy sipping tea, giving a badass tarot reading on my channel to badass seekers who don't waste their time and energy on bullshit, like telling me how I need to drink my tea. Do you understand? So you can stay there. I won't come to save you. You're the only one who can save yourself. I am here to so-called save my seekers. People who care about their life enough to not waste energy on bullshit. It's better, and now I'm speaking to everyone. This was also an analogy to something in your life you should not be spending energy on, as ways of avoiding your pain. Go within to how you feel. Don't make it about someone else's sounds, noises, yes, wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, sipping loudly, not sipping loudly. This world is enormous. You're free to go wherever you want to go. You're free to watch whatever you want to watch. Make sure that it comes from a place of seeking yourself as opposed to running away from yourself. Some of you might be triggered by the past 2 minutes and what I had to say. That's okay. Resonance doesn't always mean comfort and ease and harmony when you listen to me. It oftentimes can be that, of course. But often it's when we are truly triggered and upset by something where we have something to learn or to expand with and from and through. So if I say something that upsets you or do something that upsets you, please remember this has nothing to do with me. It has to do with you. And if you take it like that, you will grow and be super powerful, as you ought to be, as you are by essence. If you're upset with my freedom of doing whatever I want on my channel, with my body, in my kitchen, with the free content that I'm delivering and giving, then you're triggered by my freedom. What is it about my freedom that triggers you? Is it the fact that you're lacking of it? Perhaps. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. You know yourself better than I do. I don't presume to know you more than you do. Seriously, I don't. With all of this, you still know more about yourself than I do. Even if you're not aware, even if you forgot, it's there. It's inside of you. Everything I say now, you already know. You already know. You just need a little reminder. But you're brilliant. Even when you're a dummy, you're brilliant. Because even if you get upset with me right now, you can tell. There's a little voice inside of you telling you the truth about the reason why. Dance with it. Oh, we're going to dance with it all right in March. 2 invitations. May I have this dance? May I have this dance? Well, yes. Why, yes. Here you are. Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands, and the Fool. What comes right after you, Scorpio? Sagittarius. The freedom from contracting to expanding. From contracting into the pain, into the ashes of our loved ones that are past, and being burdened by it and truly allowing ourselves to be burdened by it to the point where we just can't carry it anymore and all the burdens are dropped and inevitably we're free. Look at the body language here and here versus here. This is what Aries season, April, the end of March, around the 20th, will bring. When the sun moves into fire. Freedom. I was hoping to make a sound, but it's not hot anymore, so I didn't. And that's my freedom too. Confirmation. That's your freedom too. Everything that is happening to me is happening to you, Seeker, as you watch me. Don't you get it? I'm just a mirror. Nothing that you see in me has to do with me. It's all you. Good, bad, in the middle. This is your passionate start. New beginning. After the 10 of Wands drop, only one ace. 0-1. Brand new cycle. You've mastered your own pain. You've mastered your own emotions. Literally, mastered, Queen, your emotions of Cups. By the end of March, I see you free of guilt, free of grief, free of BS, free of debt. Okay, some of you, free of debt. That's awesome. Strength and super empowered. Because you're cohesive with your instincts, with your raw, true nature. You dropped the boundaries of fear. We have 2 boundaryless major arcanas on the table, the Fool and Strength. Actually, also the High Priestess. Her boundaries are her choice. She puts on boundaries because she chooses to when she needs to. But the Fool and Strength specifically speak of not having limiting boundaries to the self. Because when you know yourself so much, you take yourself everywhere. So everywhere is you. So you don't need to protect yourself from anything because everything is you. What about love, Morgane? Oh, we'll talk about it. I'm focusing on it in the extended, and I'll show you a preview for your extended love life right here, so you can see if it speaks to you or not, if it's resonating or not, and then you can choose if you want to follow me there or not. Look at this square of power. The inner intuition, the realm of shadows and psyche, and the realm of material physical expansion. Super spiritual cards, yes, but they walk in the physical world. Fearless, brave, adventurous, carefree. Not because they ran away from their care, but because they've embraced them. In the Strength card, she embraces the lion. In the Fool card, he embraces the risk and the world, the sky, and the earth. something by the end of the month feels so completely different than what you've experienced so far. And this is the common theme for the collective so far in the readings, where up until mid-month, it feels challenging. But from then on, something shifts and blossoms. Okay? I'm going to rearrange the cards and show you other aspects of the reading, and then we'll go into your extended preview. Okay? So we have 2 aces. 2 knights. Our major arcanas are the High Priestess. Oh, I love it. Who had something similar? It was Aries that had 2 aces and 2 kings of the same element. You have 2 aces and 2 knights of the same element. So maybe you want to watch Aries reading. High Priestess, Moon, the Fool, and Strength. I'm picking up from right to left. Okay. All right. 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10. Those don't repeat themselves, so we don't need them here. This screams new start. And it starts from the inside out. From you just diving until you're out on the other side of the earth. Literally. You're diving to the bottom of the earth, to the underworld. Swimming to no end. And then you just come out of the other side. And it feels like utopia in a way. There's something very utopian about the Strength and the Fool card together. It's like realm of animals and nature. Vigar ze'ev im keves, wolf lives with a sheep. You know, it's from the Bible. I don't remember the proper translation to English, but you know, utopia is in heaven are described as, you know, when a carnivore lives with a predator lives with a herbivore. Coincide when there's no one at the expense of the other. And I love how here the hands are like coming out of one another. It's like 2 hands like this, serving something, and here there's a receiving. So again, it's the contraction, expansion, expansion, contraction. The A equals MC squared. Something very magical about this reading, and also philosophical. Eight, 18. So something with 8. For those of you who are connected to Judaism in some way, shape, or form, this could be the mythology of King Solomon and the temple. 18 is in Gematria, which is the Hebrew numerology. 18 is Chai. Chai means life. Life. The wisdom of life. Maybe some of you are diving into the esoterics of your religion. So if you're Jewish, it would be the Kabbalah, for example. And this liberates your mindset somehow and makes you think of the world completely differently. Okay. These are your major arcanas for the month of March, meaning your energy and spiritual guidance / homework. I will link below my classes from my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, my online Tarot Masterclass. Every card in the tarot deck has a class where I teach about it. So I will link these 4. You can either take all 4 if you want to learn more about them, or just one. Let's say if you just want one to focus on. My Scorpio Secret only wants one major arcana, spiritual guidance and wisdom for the month of March. which is the most dominant for March. The Strength card. Okay, we'll link them all, but if you just want one, then you are welcome to focus on the Strength card. And let me know if you did and how you enjoyed it. Okay. My Tarot Masterclass is built in a way that's like a library where you can rent them separately or have the entire class. If you want to be a Tarochi and undergo a shamanic journey with me, I obviously recommend to take the entire class. But if you just want to know here and there what each card means, I give the reading interpretation, the interpretation and reading, but also the underlayers and the secrets and the archetypes and the symbolism and the other occult systems like astrology, numerology, and Kabbalah, and Greek mythology within the cards. So, worth checking. Okay. Show me into Scorpio. Now let's change the energy. Scorpio and your person of interest. Love for March. What does Scorpio and their person have in store for the month of March? Show me double pentagram for my Scorpio seekers. For the month of March, please. Scorpio and their person. Guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, like, comment your thoughts. I read all your comments. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to my channel members. You all make a big difference every month. I appreciate you greatly. And this extended is available both on Vimeo and on Patreon. Hey, Nine of Pentacles, look at you, so pretty. Of course, you're getting a lot of invites. Scorpio and your person for the month of March, please. Guys, instead of passing forward, focus your energy on the cards. Now it's ready. Okay. Okay. This is you, your pentagram. This is your person of interest, but you may, of course, reverse the roles. If this sounds like you and this sounds like them, you can reverse it. I'll just keep referring to this side as you for the sake of the conversation, and that's what I focused on. So, but yes, you can reverse the roles. Mind space, heart space, actions where you feel you stand outside influences, past, present, and future potential for the month. Okay, in your mind, you saw me shuffling, so you're the fool in this story. Booyah. Your person's mind's Four of Wands. Okay, your person expresses partnership and togetherness, and that's what they want, and that's what they aim for, and that's what they believe they can have with you. You express, yeah, of course, this sounds great, but you're also open to other life's adventures. You don't see yourself as, specifically in March anyway, limited or committed to just that. You are with them in this experience, but you're also open to what life shows. You're not as certain as them, not because you don't care, but because you have a different mindset that you bring into this dynamic. But both of you express a general attitude of positivity and joy. Okay? I will continue this right now and see further, and we will have messages from the runes. You know what? Let's see what runes come out right now, and I'll interpret them afterwards. Runes for love for Scorpio for the month of March. What does Scorpio's love life have in store for them for the month of March, please? Okay. Soilo. Rose in the upright. Ehor laying down. It was like this. Oh my goodness, and Gebo. Wow. So this is how it looks from your point of view. Okay. I'll see you in a second right there. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Stay magic. Stay true. Bye for now.